Alright, for today's lessons, we make French ear wire. These ear wires, you need them or any kind of earring hook for if it's the smallest earrings, medium size earrings. My little jellyfish here, they need to be hanging on something. So we make these earring hooks, large earrings, of course. No matter what earrings, you need to hang them on something. Nowadays, different styles, but I prefer these French wires. And I use another pair. So no matter what earrings you make, they need to be hanging somehow out of your ear. So today we're going to make, actually this is the style we're going to make. But you can, there's verifications, a longer, shorter, a little extra twist on any of these. But today we make these simple little earring hooks, French wire hooks, and there are the base style for any other style, making it longer, shorter ear wire. Anyways, what you need is 22 gauge sterling silver, round, dead soft. I like to use dead soft wire. That's how you order it. Dead soft. Dead soft is still, it's still malleable. It's not and it's like fine silver, super soft. But if you get half hard, is the next step called half hard. Has a lot of spring and it's gonna just spring back on you. And it's the shorter the wire, the harder to bend. Anyway, so this is about 2 inches. I cut off. However you buy your silver, I buy it by the ounce. This was once, well, it was over 1 ounce, so this was quite a thicker bundle. Anyways, you cut off 2 inches. Cutting off, very simple. I like these flush cutters. They're cut flush on that side. You do it right here, hold that wire, and here it is. Anyway, I did this already, so here's your 2 pieces of wire. Of course, we need 2 for 1 for each ear. This is the side which was just now flush cut. So you have a fairly nice straight, cut right here. Is not super sharp. The other side, you're gonna have these little edges right here, but we're gonna address this later. So right now, we just worry about this part. I like to take really a smaller to medium-sized tip. You can take bigger ones. It depends how big you want your little circle there to hang your earrings. But well, actually, let's do it all with this one right here. So I take the upper tip, so the smallest part. You line up your silver wire first, like so. You take the smallest part. You grip it kind of strong. So you got both parts on there. You're going to bring it all the way over as much as you can. And it's going to look like this. Don't worry about that. This is not 100% flush right there. This is all something we address later. Well, now all we do, see how I got it right here? You're going to hold it. You're going to put your pliers, the thicker part. If you don't have thick parts like this, you can actually now drape it over a pen, pencil, something about yay thickness. We can do this right here. Of course, you don't have quite that grip, so I'm going to hold it like this. You go bring that down, you wrap them around, and you go kind of twist them a little bit, even with this, actually even over that front part, so that don't spring back. So now, actually, see on the pair I made earlier, I didn't use the pen. I really just used the thick part of my wire. So that's why this is quite a bit smaller. But it's a different look. I mean, it's actually fun. So now you have this part here. It's still fairly even. What I like to do now is I take a small tapping hammer, just like that. I lay it straight on my little dabbing block and just gently tap the top part. I hold this part here fairly tight because otherwise they would split apart a bit more. So, but I don't have a death grip on it either. See it? So the whole piece is nice and flat on here. There we go. The reason I hammer it And we can go there, it's just a bit more even right here. The reason I hammer it, this actually work hardens it. Work hardening silver is, as soon as you work with silver, you're going to push these molecules around. It gets softer. They don't know what to do. When you, or it just makes it softer from moving it around. Once you work harden it, it's harder to bend the wire again, and it actually has some spring to it. But of course you don't want to overdo it, because you can certainly hammer it too much, make it super hard and brittle for that matter. So at the very end, once you did that, you kind of line them up again. You're going to take a pair of pliers. I gotta turn it. You're going to take a pair of pliers like this, and you just make this little kink right here, you know, like ear wires usually have. Now here the ends are slightly uneven, happens, but I want to kind of cut this anyways. I take my flush cutters and cut them together so they're the same length. I put my finger here so these little ends, these little pieces, so they don't fly around. Once you cut, I mean, they can really get you in your eye, and they will get the eye, because they're take the worst space. That's where they land. Anyway, so you don't, well, at the moment we can move the dabbing block. I'm going to take some sandpaper. I got 800 grit on this one here. You can do 1,000, 1,200, just something fine, but not too fine right now. And all you do is now you take the end of your wire. I take it one after another, please. I don't do it together. And you just go a little bit in circles. That's just to file down the edges here a little bit, and you get a little bit like this, but circles is better, so you go all around, because right now you have a square flat cut right there. So there, I do the other side, same thing, and then you touch it, make sure that it's not super rough. I mean, of course you don't want it to hurt when you yourself or customers put these earrings into the ears. And now you go on fine grit. This is 2,000. If you find anything finer, actually finer, it's finer with more polish it rather than file it down a bit more. You do the same thing, make the circular motion, feel it, oh yeah, and then same thing here. And I like to go in a new spot because I want to. There we go. And nice. Anyways, so this is it. Here's your finished pair of earrings. You can polish them up a little bit with this super fine little polishing sponge, or whatever you usually use. You can do steel wool if you want more of a matte finish. Look how this brightens it up. So you don't have to use any kind of heavy duty polishing materials. Plus this is such a small item, it would drive you nuts to polish. If you have to make 100 of these, you would never get out of your workshop. So, but this is all. And then to hang your whatever work you have, I got this pair of my little balancing rocks bubble earrings with my little freshwater pearl. Love how these came out. All you do is you take your earring, still want to make sure it's all nice and straight. You open this here, you go sideways, like whenever you open a jump ring, you go sideways. You hang your earring, you're going to do the same thing again, go straight back like that. And now you're going to push it all the way on here. I'm not worrying about any smoothing out on this side here, because I like it flat, so it's really next to flush to this other piece of wire. Plus, nobody's going to touch that. This is not going to touch skin in any way, way or form that it could cut or scratch anybody. Do the same here. We go sideways, hang this earring, bring it over, and do this here. My neighbor decides to cut the grass right now. That's okay. And there we go. This is it. So this is something, if you just need a pair or two, this is the cheapest, the best way. Plus, I mean, how much more handmade can it get? You made this whole piece, whatever earrings you made, from scratch. And then you make these findings too, where most people buy their findings and then it takes away a little bit from it. So these are actually, I kind of like them. So they give you plenty of room for the earlobe. If somebody has maybe a little bit of a, you know, thicker, more robust earlobe, perfect. But then this is the other form where on this piece here, you know what, let me take this earring off again. This is has just one extra little bend. Message me if you want me to show you this one here. Well, now this one is tricky because now I have to find which way to hang it. Oh, goody. No, see, I did it the wrong way. I got to slide in this way for it to hang forward. And then I do the same. I don't have to open it because I actually slid it in from the back side. But I do pinch it a little closer. The way you pinch it, you actually pinch it on the bottom, not on top, because it will kind of spring back. But anyway, here's your earring on this piece. Kind of looks cute. And you can take your little cloth right here. See, it looks either like this or like that, which gives it just an extra little design. But anyway, this is it. I find a lot of videos about all kind of stuff, how to make jewelry, how to make this and that, but nothing on the really simple things we absolutely need for our jewelry. So hopefully I could help you there. If you have any questions on how to make something, where to get it, if you want me to repeat something, you just let me know. But thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.